Hey, I'm George Garcia, Director of Facilities for the City of Bridgeport Board of Education.
And I'm Dr. Carmela Levy. David, I'm the Superintendent of Schools in Bridgeport.
Why are we here?
Well, for me, it's really critical that our parents have an open, transparent, and very unbiased view about why it's so important for us to move forward with providing our students with better schools right now. There's no better time than right now for us to take action on taking students out of these very antiquated, decrepit, old spaces that are not very user-friendly, that are not geared toward a 21st century education. And today we are at BLC, the Bridgeport Learning Center. This is a specific program where we house our students with learning differences and neurodiversity. And there are approximately 47 students that attend this campus. It's a campus built for 400. The campus was built in 1895. And as you look around and you see all of the wood and the millwork and the old piping, you can tell that this is not an easy space to teach in. It's very difficult. Even if I were just to walk across the floors of this classroom, the amount of noise is prohibitive. Students need to be able to concentrate. Our students with special needs, they have so many challenges to overcome already without having to overcome the challenge of environment, the challenge of having steps that they have to use to access this facility, whether they're physically mobile or not. And so we have to move forward in Bridgeport, and we have to take a stand right now to ensure that we can provide them with environments that will support their needs in many different ways, not just the physical environmental ways, but actually proper temperatures. This is not a fun space to be in the summer. It is not a fun space to be in come August or September or even certain parts of October. So there are even parts of the year when teaching and learning can't happen in spaces like this because of rising temperatures. Global warming is real. And so we want to ensure that we can provide our students with state-of-the-art facilities where they can actually enjoy all of the advantages that students have in our newer schools in the district. And that is quite simply not something we can do in this space.
So what do you propose?
I'm proposing that we close 6 of our most in need of repair and lowest performing schools in the district. This would be one of them, the Bridgeport Learning Center. In addition to Bridgeport Learning Center, Edison Elementary and Hall Elementary, both built, one in 1914, one in 1939. I am also including into that Dunbar Elementary and Cross Elementary. Dunbar, we intend to repurpose as our adult learning center in the district, premier adult learning center, welcome center for our students who don't speak English, and also a parent center to be able to continue to support our parents. And Cross is actually going to become our specialized instruction facility. So students like the ones that we have here, as well as students all over the district that we typically send to out-of-district placements, would have a place in-house to go to school here in the district. And part of Cross will also be an expulsion center so that we can monitor their learning, keep them on track, have our teachers go to the facility and work with our kids, and ensure that when they transition back to their home school, they're still on track and ready to learn and ready to be successful. Bryant is another school that we have slated for closure, and it's because of similar issues like this. It was built in 1969. They had a very shoddy upgrade that has already literally placed the school in an end-of-life status. There are things we cannot repair no matter how much money we pour into it without doing a total rebuild. And that's the case for several of the schools that I mentioned already. Without doing a total rebuild, it's very difficult for us to even make those repairs and begin to address the things that are barriers to students being successful learning and having a comfortable place to learn. You know, this school only has maybe 10% capacity. Edison and Hall are both at less than 50% capacity. Dunbar is right at about 50% capacity. Cross is under 50% capacity. And Bryant is also at less than 50% capacity. So we have to ensure that we have schools where our students are able to not only enjoy, but also we're not stretching our staff and our facilities and resources thin.
You know, to echo the sentiments of the superintendent, we really want to provide a 21st century academic experience for all the students in the city of Bridgeport. It's difficult in these facilities. So as you walk through, you'll see a facility that, is well past its useful life. We have no forced ventilation. There's no temperature control. We have steam heat, right? So it's very difficult for us to not only maintain the facility itself, but the environment that all these students come into every day. If you see behind you, we have a window unit, a household window unit for AC in this classroom because of the special needs of these students. But, that's not what we want to provide here in the city of Bridgeport. And, the vision of the superintendent and the fact that she's looking at every angle of the educational experience is a testament to the direction we're going in. I've been in and out of the city for 30 years, working for both the municipal side, the Board of Education side. And what I can say is that we finally have a dynamic leader who has the courage to go ahead and want to make the fundamental changes that we need to make. Underutilized buildings that have exceeded their useful life. It's important that we tackle these things now and we address them now, because we can't continue to move in this direction thinking that we're going to have success.
And I know that parents will be concerned about where is my child going to go to school. We are actually have already finalized working on the process of allocating space in other facilities that we have available nearby, like Marin, like Tisdale, like Beardsley, like Hooker, in order to ensure that we can send our kids to schools that are better than where they are currently. And if they are more than a mile away from home, we will provide transportation for our K-8 students. That's not going to be an issue. We're going to have additional crossing guards, and we're going to be able to have the teachers and staff that are currently in these facilities go with the students to the schools where they'll be attending to provide smaller student-teacher ratios and even have team teaching opportunities to ensure that we're getting our kids caught up. Steve, I hate to have to say it, but we have been failing our students miserably in this district over the past 20 plus years. We have generations of parents that have gone through these schools themselves and were not given the opportunities that they deserved by their birthright of being born in this country. They deserved a free and equitable education, and they did not receive that. My main goal in being here as superintendent is to ensure that no child goes through this district without their birthright given access to an equitable education in a quality facility. Our students deserve that, and there should be no excuse for that not happening. Anybody who votes no to that is voting against our students, and they're doing it for their own gain and their own purposes, whatever those may be. I won't speculate, but I can tell you that if you walk through these facilities and you see the floors, you feel it's hot in here, you feel the temperatures, you hear the noise, the smells, everything else that goes with being in a building this old that is unpredictable, like mold. Why would anybody want to send their kids here to have secondary health issues after 12 years of being in buildings like this? I don't want that for my kid. No one should want that for their kid. And can we build another school to replace the ones that we're closing immediately? No, but there are a lot of things that we can do in order to add spaces to current facilities. Just give us a moment. We will get these things in place, and we will ensure that all of our kids have access to the best possible education.